Tonight we're at the opening night for the 18th Dallas International Film Festival, and there's some really exciting premieres. We're going to be chatting with the legendary Dude Perfect team about their documentary, Dude Perfect, A Very Long Shot. Plus, we'll hear from the filmmakers behind the documentary, City of Hate, Dallas and Assassination 60 Years Later. It's going to be a really interesting night. Quin, you were present, you were 13 years old on November 22nd, 1963. Did you sense any kind of anything in the crowd at the time?
Everyone was aware that there's a sense of unease about Kennedy coming. The police chief went on television, I remember this, and pleaded with citizens to mind their manners and that they would be arrested, basically, if they didn't. So we knew the city was on edge.
But there was also a sense of excitement and because of Jack and Jackie coming as well, right?
I think we were all like, we hope Dallas we hope we don't embarrass ourselves. We hope we don't make the president look bad. And I was so happy that the crowd was so enthusiastic for him, and he appreciated it. You could see it in his face. Then 45 minutes later, he was dead.
So why did you make this film? And Bart, you need to answer that too, because you were a big part of it.
Well, there are two stories here. One is, over the years, 20 years after the assassination, WFAA Channel 8 started rerunning tape from that day at night, and I saw myself at Love Field. I had no idea that, you start to question your memory. Was I really on a fence right next to Kennedy? And I was, and there it was. And I was a journalist, a TV journalist, and I did a couple of stories on that. And then I just got the idea to do a film, but that was the 50th anniversary. And I don't know, my feelings changed. The main thing that happened was Bart got to me and said, let's do a remake of that film. Let's do a new film. And he offered to broadcast it statewide.
Bart, you must have had a lot of fun with the archive footage, right?
Yeah, I love archival material, and I edited the films that are on display at the 6th floor museum, so I spent an awful lot of time with them. But in terms of what makes this film really unique, both for Quin and as different from the one that he made 10 years ago, is that Quin is at the center of this story. And Quin, as a journalist, is not used to being at the center of the story. And it's an uncomfortable position for him to be in. But when you watch the film, it's his story that's the glue that holds this together and makes it much more powerful.
So what do you want the audience to take away from this film?
I want them to see history. It's uncomfortable. We go in not only the history of 1963, but we go back as far as right before 1860, in the year before the Civil War started, and what was going on in Dallas, what's happened since then, and then what's going on today. The hate-fueled violence that you don't need a lot of it to ruin our lives, and that's what's happening.
Congratulations on the premiere, and welcome to DIFF. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Damani, what are you doing these days?
What are these days? Well, tonight I'm here because I get the privilege of being the vice chairman of the board for the Dallas International Film Festival. So tonight I'm here to kick off another amazing season of films here in Dallas, and we get to do it with some kind of hometown heroes.
I'm Marcia Cook. I'm the vice president of ESPN Films and the executive producer of 30 for 30.
Oh my gosh, so you are a badass. I mean, gorgeous films, gorgeous work, gorgeous documentaries. Congratulations on that. So how is it working with these crazy guys?
Well, I really want to give a shout out to the team. Our team has been absolutely fantastic, but these young men are absolutely wonderful, and they're a joy to work with. I mean, it was really hard for us to find tension, which every film needs, because they unabashedly adore each other. So literally every time I saw a cut, I'm like, where's the tension? But they're great, and it's a wonderful film, and I really am objective.
Was there something different about this film that's from anything else that they've done? What is unique about it?
I think this is a much more honest look about what it means to be famous in the internet era. You know, it's not what you see on YouTube. It's not just fun times. Like, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of sacrifice to get where they are. And I think we finally, for the first time, get a real insight into what it took for them to get to where they are now.
It must have been fun producing this thing too, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're just so positive, but I think what Oliver and Lewis did in finding the real story, it just feels so inspirational and hopeful. And sometimes we don't have a lot of that in what we do. So it was just like really lovely to get intimate and understand their journey. And yeah, it was just a blast.
So how does it feel to like be juvenile every day and have fun and make money and do it for the Lord?
It's honestly awesome. It's a blessing every day that we wake up and get to do it.
We definitely dress young forever, except for tonight. Tonight we're rarely dressed up like this. This is a rare occasion.
Yeah, I know.
We don't feel as juvenile as we did 15 years ago, but we still feel juvenile every once in a while.
Well, how do you guys feel about really making a total difference on sort of the way sports entertainment is going?
Well, it's an honor, first of all, just to be here, and that ESPN would want to do a 30 for 30 on Dude Perfect. We certainly did not intend to change anything about the sports industry. I mean, we grew up as fans of sports and ESPN and all of that, just like any other kid. And when we started making videos, we really didn't intend to create a business of any kind. And that's all kind of transpired over the last 15 years. And like Garrett said, we just feel very blessed to be able to do this for a living, to be able to inspire the next generation of kids. And now even looking back and having people that, we grew up going to school with that are having kids, and kind of seeing that full generation of Dude Perfect fans is surreal. And so it's something that we don't take lightly, but something that we are very, very proud of.
So do you think your directors can actually direct you, or are you like undirectable?
I think they think we're undirectable for sure. It's always like herding cats with us, but we love those guys. They were massively helpful. This was a long process, but it turned out awesome. We're very proud of it.
And so what do you want people to take away from this film?
Yeah, I think just be inspired, whatever that they do, whether it's in art, music, or even sports, just to do it to the best of their abilities. And that's kind of been our journey. It's just we love the brotherhood that we had in college, and it transpired in trick shots and making YouTube videos. And so here we are. It's been a fun ride, and can't wait to see what's next.
I so look forward to whatever answer you're going to give.
I know, you never know,
every
man.
time.
You never know, man.
We don't let him do a lot of live interviews.
I was like, he needs to talk.
Yeah, that was okay. That was good. You don't have to edit that one.
No.
That was fine.
It's rare.
Woo! So after this, what's going to be your next hurdle?
Man, I mean, the next 15 years, I would say. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, how we're going to build the legacy and keep it going.
We've got some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline. Look, we've been doing this for 15 years. What we're trying to say is the next 15 years, we want to, people have been able to watch everything on screens, but we want people to experience it more themselves. So yes, more videos, but we want more live experiences, different types of shows.
So maybe VR?
Yes, definitely
Maybe.
VR. We want people to get involved even more than they have, so it's going to be fun.
Welcome to Dallas International Film Festival. Congrats on the premiere.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.